You came to Chicago. Were you hoping to draw the police into a confrontation? I'm concerned you have to think about it.
Give me a moment, would you, friend? I've never been on trial for my thoughts before.
The Trial of the Chicago 7, a new film debuting on Netflix this weekend, was written and directed by auteur Aaron Sorkin. The star-studded cast tells the story of 7 anti-Vietnam War activists who were arrested at the 1968 Democratic National Convention. The story makes its way to the screen now, starring A-listers such as Sacha Baron Cohen, Eddie Redmayne, Michael Keaton, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, all who, I'm told, declined my request for interview. But I am joined this evening by Charlie Greenwald, who served as a production assistant on the film. Charlie, thanks so much for making time to chat with us here.
Thanks for having me on, Jeremy. I appreciate it.
By all accounts, you do wonderful PA work. You, of course, served as a production assistant on the NBC Live production of Jesus Christ Superstar. So, I got to ask, because a lot of people like to say that it's not so much the tasks that you carry out, it's the way with which you do them. The gusto with which you bring the Diet Cokes to the executive leadership team. I mean, who are some of your influences? Who are your guys when it comes to PA work?
There's so many, You pull from all the greats. I remember when I was at NBC, there was a PA named Gus who I worked with. He was terrific. He one day, I believe, he had to drive one of the production team members from one location to another, and he executed this 3-point turn beautifully. And I remember thinking to myself, man, that's the kind of work that I want to do. That's what I want to emulate.
But
also you need to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think I saw that 3-point turn on social media. It went crazy. So you're inspired by stuff like that.
You're inspired by stuff like that, but also you got to pave your own way. I never come back with a coffee for one of the producers the same way. Every time I do it, it's different. Sometimes I bring a couple extra napkins. Other times I bring sugar packets on the side. So you really have to kind of form your own style. Otherwise, you're not going to be successful as a PA.
Yeah, it's great. And I heard that, it wasn't all pretty. One day you drove a producer to the wrong filming location. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was not my finest hour. But it's complicated. There's a lot of different locations on a set. So if you don't have your act together, you could really falter as a PA. It's a jungle out there.
That's great. And, as I've said, a lot of really rave reviews about your work on this movie, but I am required, I think journalistically, to bring this up. There were some reports that you've been tasked to ask extras on the set to keep it down, to be quiet, but there are numerous reports that Mr. Sorkin was shushing the cast and crew left and right. How do you respond to such allegations?
I'm not going to expand that much upon it other than what's already been reported. I stand by my work. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't always make him drink. I was going around on set that day, left and right, telling people to shush while the cameras were rolling. And not everybody listened to me. So ultimately it was out of my control, but you definitely look back on that and wish you could have it back.
Got it. Yeah, thank you for your candor. And we're up against the clock here, so I'll just ask you briefly, could this film have happened without you?
Not at all. I was essential.
Charlie Greenwald, thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on your great work on the Trial of the Chicago 7, which again, you can stream on Netflix.